Hello, welcome back to the Saba show, and today we've got round 9 of the Dice Footy Championships. There were some big movers last round, a lot of inaccuracy. Biggest mover was Gold Coast, who went from 3rd place to 8th. That is unbelievable, so that just highlights the importance of winning fixtures. You can see there's a big log jam at the bottom, so if you can win a game at 17th, you could be potentially into 13th place by the end of the round. You just never know. But if you do enjoy this one, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the show. It is a weekly thing that we do on this channel. So if you want to stay notified, go ahead. But without further ado, let's dive into this week's fixtures. And so we begin with another top 4 clash to start proceedings. It is Collingwood taking on the Bulldogs. This is going to be a ripper, and Collingwood kick us off with 2-6. And the Bulldogs, I mean, basically flipping around Collingwood's goals are behinds, and you get the Bulldogs score at quarter time. The Pies are kicked 3 goals, 11.5. That is not going to help you out one bit. The Bulldogs did not capitalise on that at all, but they do have a pretty decently sized margin at quarter time. The Pies just continue to have an absolute stinker in front of goal, and the Doggies can put this game to bed, and I think they've just done that. Yeah, I think this one is all over Red Rover. I mean, the Pies had a pretty good last quarter as well. Don't dispute that, but at the same time, this game was over a long time ago, and the Dogs have won by a very decently sized margin. Next game is a ripper at the MCG. It is Hawthorn taking on Richmond. Both sides need to pick up a win. As I said, there is a log jam in the bottom 8 right now regarding wins, and a win here would send you pretty high up the table, and Richmond are the guys that are going to pick up the 4 points so far. If you look at the results at the moment, they probably will be leading at halftime, and I have spoken that into existence. Let's see what the third quarter has to offer. The Hawks have a very accurate scoring quarter. They advance to 76, and the Tigers, yep, they still hold the lead. They've been pretty good. They've been pretty consistent across 3 quarters. Can they finish the job? They probably deserve it. And the Hawks will end on 101. So let's see what the Tigers can do. Oh no, they've lost it. They played 3 very good quarters and have choked it at the final hurdle. They end up losing by 9 points. Next up, we've got North Melbourne and Port Adelaide, who lost both their fixtures last time round. North kick things off with a bang. That's exactly what you want to start off with after coming off a loss. The Power will trail by an even 4 goals at quarter time, and the second quarter, North continue what they did in the first half and have 74 at half time. The Power kick 4 goals too. They are still a long way back. They're 5 goals down. That is pretty big in the world of Dice Footy. And North continue to pile them on. Not really, but decently sized margin there. That was, or score in the third quarter, should I say. The Power just have not made any inroads whatsoever, and they're going to end up losing this, provided North don't let him back in the game. The Power can actually give us our first draw of the season if they kick 6 goals. 6? Oh, that was so close. That was so close. I mean, that could have been an absolute robbery right at the end there, but North Melbourne deservedly pick up the 4 points. The Cats have just continued to slide down the ladder. St Kilda start off very well. They beat second place Melbourne last week, so they are on a high. The Cats will trail at quarter time, as their ladder position would suggest. St Kilda, second quarter is not great in comparison to the first. It's pretty lopsided, actually. The Cats have fought well, and actually well, they don't trail anymore. They lead at half time. Fair play to them. But their third quarter was equally disappointing as the first, and they've let 6 more in. So the Cats, they're hanging around. They're hanging around, but it's going to be tough. They are down by about 5 points at 3/4 time. Let's see what they can do. They do restrict St Kilda to something reasonable, they can chase that down very, very easily. They haven't won one for a while, so they're going to need 20 points to win. And, oh my God, mate, Geelong just are doing everything in their power to tank for draft picks. They end up losing again. Next up is two neighbours on the table. They are side by side in 5th and 6th position. It is Sydney taking on the Bombers, and Sydney kick things off with a below average start. The Bombers, well, somehow they one-upped Sydney's below average start and kicked 1 goal 6. The Swans in the second quarter do a little bit better than the first, generate opportunities, did not capitalise. But they held Essendon to 2 goals 7 in a half, so Essendon aren't doing themselves any favours. Third quarter is equally shit. I mean, this is a low-scoring game if I've ever seen one. We haven't had too many of those this year, mind you. A lot of teams are getting 100 points. Three-quarter time, the Bombers are down by a goal. So let's see what the Swans do in the last quarter. They kick 5 goals, so they beef up their score. And the Bombers are going to have to do the same thing if they want to win this game. They need to kick 40 points or more, and they're not going to get there. They fall agonisingly short once again, and they end up losing by only 4 points. Bottom placed Adelaide need to win a game to stay in touch with the rest of the pack, and they did not kick things off very well in order to achieve that. 1 goal 3 is pretty shit house, and the Lions are out in front by about 3 goals. The second quarter has begun, and the Crows, man, I really want you to succeed somewhat, but you're not doing yourselves any favours. The Lions aren't even playing a good... Well, they're playing a pretty mid performance right now, and they're still winning by 5 goals. Third quarter is much better by the Crows. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. But at the same time, they're going to be trailing regardless. Mind you, they restricted Brisbane to the lowest possible score. So there is a chance. There is hope. And they kick 3 goals. I don't think that's going to be enough. Nowhere near enough. Not even remotely enough. Even the minimum from Brisbane in this second or this last quarter is still going to be enough. They kick 1 goal 5. It is far from flashy, but the Lions pick up the most unconvincing of wins. We've got the Suns and the Dockers in this round, and the Suns were major sliders last round. They dipped 5 places, so they will be looking to get back on the winners list. The Dockers are right at the bottom of that logjam, so if they get a win here, it could be a game changer, but they haven't started very, very well at all. The Suns, 2 goals 4 in that second quarter. It is a margin that the Dockers can come back from, but they're going to need some big, big quarters. And at the moment, they haven't gotten that. They haven't got one of those big 6-goal quarters that you can get. They are up for grabs. The Suns don't have a very good third quarter, and the Dockers are back in business. They are up at 3-quarter time. They're going to need a good defensive performance in the last quarter, and I have jinxed them. Jinxed them big time, and the Suns look like they'll win. Unless... No, it's not going to happen. The Dockers, man, they had an opportunity to win that game, and they have well and truly stuffed it up. They lose narrowly, but they're going to come up empty-handed regardless. GWS taking on Carlton on a Sunday afternoon, and GWS got a big win last round. Carlton also picked up the points. Both teams will be looking for points here as well, and the Blues somehow lead, even though they conceded 36 points. Second quarter is pretty decent from GWS. They have 62 at the main break. And the Blues, can they top that? Yes, they can. They kick the maximum in terms of goals. They end with 78 points at halftime. That is absolutely huge. Third quarter by the Giants isn't too bad. It's not too flashy though. As I said, it's one of those mid-quarters where you kick about 3 or 4 goals, and it's not great, but it's not shit either. The Blues are up at 3-quarter time by about 20. It would be a choke job if they lost this, but they are fine. They are well and truly fine. The Giants didn't even reach the Blues 3-quarter time score on that final roll, and even the minimum by Carlton will see them pick up the 4 points against GWS. Final game of the round is a twilight game at Optus. It is West Coast taking on the D's, 2 sides vying for those top 4 spots. And a little bit of separation on the rest of the pack. The D's are leading this one at quarter time. lost last game, disappointingly, so they will want to pick up the points. And the Eagles, 9 goals 9 at halftime, pretty good return. The D's do even better than that. They kick 10 goals in the first half and lead by a solitary point. The second half does not start well for the Eagles. 1 goal 6 in that third quarter, nowhere near the heights that they reached in that first half. And the D's, 5 goals 1, I mean, their accuracy is really helping them out here. And the Eagles, I mean, that second half was absolutely diabolical, if you ask me. And the D's will run away with this. It's just a matter of how much. And they kick 4 goals 6 in the last quarter to secure the win by, Jesus Christ, about 8 goals. And as you can see, here are the results after round 9. Big movers are Carlton, who have gone into the top 8 for their first time in a while. They went up 4 places. Gold Coast went from 8th back up into 4th. Sydney have entered the 4, and Essendon have dropped back. You've got Adelaide still on the bottom. And to be honest, apart from that, not a lot changed. The Power have dipped from like 4th to 13th in 2 weeks, which is just ridiculous, let's be honest. But now look at all the teams on 5 wins, from 4th to 11th, 5 wins, and it's all separated on percentage. So next round, we could see a lot more movement. It's going to be absolutely nuts. So there you have it. That is round 9. Hope you enjoyed. It was a close one, at least, should I say. There are a lot of close matchups this round. A lot of games decided by under 10 points. But that's going to be it from me. Hope you enjoyed this one as usual. Drop a like and subscribe. You know the deal. It's on every Thursday, 4 p.m. Be there. It is a premiere every single week. So yeah, tune in for that. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video or stream. Peace out.